Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Welcome to this special edition of BTN Newsbreak, all about the floods on the East Coast. I'm here in Lismore in New South Wales, one of the worst hit places in the whole state. While floods are still impacting other cities across the East Coast, the people of Lismore are finally able to begin what looks to be a pretty long cleanup. Check it out. A lot of the debris from the floods has been cleared from the streets, but the amount of rubbish here is enormous and it could take weeks to get rid of it. Here in the city, most of the shops are closed now. You can see piles and piles of stuff that would have been in these shops just a little over a week ago, now all the way down the road. Here at the local cinema, all these chairs had to be ripped out because of water damage, of course. One thing I noticed is all this road has basically been pulled up by the water and scattered everywhere. There's bits of road here, and over here there's also bits of road basically just thrown all over the place. These floods were the worst that Lismore has ever seen, and 2 metres more than the previous record.
It's like I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and like I got up and I couldn't see anything. I'm like, Mum, what's happening? You know, because like, and then we turned on the lights and then like 2 seconds later the lights just went off and we haven't had power for days.
I never thought I'd experience that. I knew it was going to flood. I definitely didn't think it was going to be that high.
Weren't able to get food though. Eventually we did, and we were just buying what we could from when we could. But I'm just glad I wasn't in that big majorly affected area though.
I'm here with Lara and Lockie. Their house went through the flood here in Lismore. Guys, how high did the water get on your house?
So the water went just above that window awning and below the security thing just there, so pretty high. On the inside, we had to rip all the walls out. Fortunately, the floors are fine.
Was that a really big job?
We just had so much help from community that it's only been, 11 days since it happened, and we're already dry and mould treated and everything like that.
Well, thanks so much for speaking to me, guys, and I really hope that you're able to rebuild and move in here fast.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so too.
Other parts of New South Wales and Queensland have also been affected by the floods. For people in Queensland, there's a long cleanup ahead too. Today, hundreds more soldiers have been sent to help, and the PM visited Brisbane yesterday to see some of the damage for himself. Thanks to some better weather, floodwaters around Greater Sydney have dropped. Some roads and rail networks are still closed, and many people have been told not to travel across the Blue Mountains this weekend. There is some good news today for people in northern New South Wales. The first of 120 motorhomes left Sydney this morning. They're being driven by volunteers, and they'll provide temporary housing for some of the thousands of people who need somewhere to live.
You just can't put yourself in their position, you know. Just can't imagine what it's like to have nothing. The slightest little thing you can do to help, you want to help.
They're part of a $500 million government support package for people affected by the floods. Now we're here at an evacuation centre in the Channon, at Channon Hall. I'm joined by Ava and Ruby. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing here.
We've been helping gather food and send it out to people who are trapped by landslips and cut-off roads.
How many people has this centre been helping?
About 300 people in total.
I'm coming over.
How big is your team?
So usually we have about 10 people in the centre at each one time, but there's been just the whole community itself has been helping when it can.
Packing food bags and sanitary bags.
Beans, rice, pasta, things like that. Things that people can easily make a meal out of.
Tinned vegetables. So these are all things that will also last. Love peanut butter. Do you want to give us like a little walk around, like just...
So this is all of the water that we have.
It's a lot of water.
Yeah, to distribute to people that have their water tanks have washed away, or they can't use the town water because it's been contaminated.
That is a job board of what's needed and then what's completed.
These are bags that we've pre-packed that have got like 3 days worth of supplies in them for people. If they come in and they need it, we can just give it to them and they can go back.
And you guys have obviously been working really hard to make this happen. We'll keep you up to date with information as this national emergency unfolds. From the Channon in New South Wales, bye for now.